Salam alaikum, Nagadef, bonjour, good morning.
We can, ladies and gentlemen, without any doubt, eliminate extreme poverty and end hunger and malnutrition in Africa through large-scale agricultural transformations. Yes, yes, and yes, it can be done. We must accelerate investment in research and extension systems. Private and public extension systems should be encouraged to help spur agricultural transformation on the continent.
Finally, I want to add my warm welcome to the new president of the African Development Bank, Dr. Akinwumi Adesina. With his record of enormous innovation in this field, we look forward to supporting his strong leadership in transforming agriculture in Africa. Thank you very much.
Comment l'Afrique, qui dispose d'énormes terres arables, de fortes pluviométries, d'abondantes ressources en main-d'œuvre, continue à croupir dans la sous-alimentation.
L'agriculture, c'est l'épine dorsale de l'Afrique. C'est un secteur qui procure environ le tiers du PIB du continent et emploie plus de 60% de la main-d'œuvre africaine.
Africa has got the potential for developing its agriculture. Africa has got the biggest size of the land, which is not exploited. So Africa, if it developed its potential, it can even feed the entire continent and the world.
I think there has been leading examples across the continent in Nigeria, Mozambique, Senegal, Tanzania, and many others, where the leaders have recognized how important agriculture is for their own economies to really bring about the transformation that we all aspire to.
FAO has been working with government partners to see that we look at what mitigations, what adaptations, and what climate services in terms of climate smart agriculture.
Quand on veut développer une agriculture, si on développe un segment et on ignore les autres, on n'aura jamais, vraiment jamais, une rentabilité. Donc il faut une approche globalisante.
As the motto goes, if agriculture sneezes, the rest of the economy catch a cold. It is central to every aspect in the African economies we do. And in that sense, it holds the promise for the industrialization.
Chacun peut tirer ressort des succès des autres. Et cela nous donne une vision et une perspective, et chacun dans son pays, et de pouvoir aller faire la pratique des leçons apprises.
Agriculture is the largest employer of women on the African continent, and we want to ensure the involvement of women throughout the value chain.
Well, it's very important to feed Africa. We have 400 million Africans today that are living in poverty. We have so many millions of Africans that go to bed without food, and that is not acceptable. Yet Africa has huge amount of potential not only to feed itself, but in fact to feed the world. In fact, 65% of all the arable land left in the world to feed 9 billion people are actually in Africa. Africa cannot eat potential. Africa has to unlock that potential.
Feeding Africa.
Nourrir l'Afrique.
Feeding Africa.
Nourrir l'Afrique.
Feeding Africa.
Feeding Africa.
Feeding Africa.
Nourrir l'Afrique.
Feeding Africa.
Feeding Africa.
Feeding Africa.
Feeding Africa.
Nourrir l'Afrique.